Hey guys, Xmas Guy here, and welcome back to another video. I know, I haven't posted a video in a long time, but sorry about that, guys. I am back, and I had this computer belt, right? Like, oh, I should do a video on this, so I took it apart. But in the process, broke a SATA port, got thermal paste all over the motherboard. It's still on the CPU, but it's all cleaned up now, and I'm going to be building a computer. Here's the start of the show, an AMD Athlon 64X2. So what we're going to do is lift this lever up. Then if you guys see that golden corner, then there's going to be a white corner on this motherboard here. You're going to put the gold corner in the same spot as the white corner. And this is a no insertion force or installation force socket. So if you have to push down really hard on the CPU, do not. You are doing something very, very wrong, and you will bend and break your CPU. Right, next, here's the cooler. It's just an aftermarket cooler. Let me go get my thermal paste real quick. Okay, I would not really recommend this brand. It's from Best Buy. It was the only stuff Best Buy had, and kind of the cheapest, because since it was the only, I kind of put too much stuff in, so I think that might be a bit too much. Okay, set that off to the side. Now comes this cooler. Now you're going to want to notice and see how long your fan cord is. You're going to want to see where your fan header is on the motherboard. For me, my fan header is right here. Right here. So if I put this in right here, right, I want to put this in this way. So lift my hook up. And put it right in the middle here. Make sure it stays. Okay. Now you're going to take this, we'll see where these bumps are, and line it up with the thing on the fan header and plug your fan header in. I think I'm doing it wrong. Okay, fan header's in, okay? Now, next thing to do is RAM. This takes DDR2 RAM, and I only have 1 gig of it, so we're going to use 1 gig of it. Doesn't matter what socket, but then you're going to want to see the shorter side, or that hole, and you're in the RAM stick, and you're going to line that hole up with the bump up in the middle of the RAM slot. So looks like I got it right. Apply even force on both sides. Hang on, I think I'm doing it wrong if it pops back up like that. Did I do it wrong? No, I did it right. I certainly did it right. Okay. Just might need to apply a lot of force. Oh, I don't want to break it. Caught it. Before it fell. Alright. So motherboard is all together, I believe, right? Yes, okay. Now setting the motherboard off to the side a bit. Letting me grab my case here. which is an old recycled case. Move the hard drive. Put my thermal paste back. And you can use anything with a screwdriver. Like, I can use my pocket knife, or I could use this, but some things are a different bit, so you might need to grab a different bit. So, grabbing the case, I have the case. Now, some people may say first things to the motherboard, which, yeah, they're probably right. So let me just put my grill pot in this chair really quickly. Oh no, there's my cat. No. Okay, one of the other problems I do have is the holes in this case are not made for a micro ATX motherboard, which is what I have. They're made for a standard ATX motherboard. And I also do not have an I/O shield for this board. So just look for the standoffs. That one's in, that one's in. That one. Just make sure they're all lined up. The holes in the motherboard are all lined up with the standoffs. Okay. Now, grabbing a screw with my screwdriver. Does not matter the first one that you put in. Just as long as there's a hole to put it in, it's great. Now you're going to want to try your absolute best to cross tighten these, because it will flux the board, so, and break the board and break the traces. And as it is, I don't even know if this board works. A, because I broke a SATA port, which it should still work. And B, there's thermal paste on a few of the traces, I do believe. So tightening this up. Don't have to have it like wrenched tight like you do on a lug nut. You just have to have it like, but not hand tight, but you're just going to want to have it just tight, kind of, if you guys know what I mean. Oh. What's the feel like? Oh. Alright, there we go. Let's go for this one right by the audio jacks. Is that a blown capacitor? No, there's no blown capacitors. Okay. There's not a magnet on the screwdriver, so. And this is in a very, very tight space. And I can't get my fingers in there because they're too big. Using pliers. And tighten. Now these are just Phillips screws for me. They may be a different screw head, so be sure that you have the right screw head and you don't strip out your screws or your screw head. Now, Phillips screws are 100% interchangeable. You can use a flathead screwdriver with them. I've done that before, and also you can use a butter knife, but I do not, 100% do not recommend using a butter knife with a motherboard or a flathead screwdriver, because when you're on move and your board has a hole in it, and then you can't use your board anymore. Bye bye board. Can I just get this screw in here? Where's my pliers? There's 2 more screw holes up here, and then that's it for the motherboard, and then I'm going on to the hard disk drive. And then after that, I'm going to plug that SATA in, and then I'm going to do power supply, and then I'm going to go boot this thing up. Ow! I think I might have just bought myself some rabies, or not rabies, tetanus. I'm not bleeding or anything. Got thermal paste on my arm. That's great. Now, screwing this in. Is there anything? There should be. I don't see one anywhere else. Yeah, there's one there. Oh, that's stripped. Okay, so not gonna use that one. Okay, so motherboard done. Now let me change my bit really quick to a Torex. You're also going to want to cross-tighten your hard drive. So get my hard drive, putting it in here. I don't know about you, but I just like to put my hard drive in the lowest possible spot, because for me it's just the most convenient, and if in case it falls, it's like in case the screws fail, it's not like it's gonna fall down from here down to here and break. So that's why I like that. That's why I like the spot I chose. I just dropped my bit. So let's do the front of this one. Sorry, I nudged the camera a bit. Sorry, my camera's not the best. It's not like it's an old 480p phone, but I don't think it's full 720p. I just know it's HD, and it's from Walmart. It's a $30 one. I may or may not have just stripped out my bit. Oh, where'd my other bit go? Darn it. Oh, there it is. I got it. Take the computer off. And these parts are old. They're from like 2000 maybe. I don't know. I'm running Windows 7 on it, but it's just these parts are old enough to weigh like 10-20 pounds at least. Back screw here. So guys, just try to cross tighten your stuff. The hard drive, you don't have to worry too much about it. Just you gotta try to, but the hard drive, the base of it, it's like die cast. It's some sort of steel-ish molding. Oh, great. Got it. Okay, I don't need this bit anymore. Fan header. Okay, that's the fan header. What's this? Red and black speaker. Okay. Power. That's power LED. Reset switch. Power switch. Okay, I want a power switch. Plug the power in there. Maybe power LED in next to it. I'm thinking. Oh, wrong spot. Let me rotate this. Okay, I don't need that one. Power LED. Oops, excuse me. Got a power switch, power LED, which is going to go next to the switch, I believe. Okay, now we've got reset switch. Wait a second. Oh, I did something wrong, I think. Wait, hang on. HD, our disc LED. Goes right here. Now my reset switch that should work. Fingers crossed it works. Oh, what's next? Got that. I need power supply. Okay, power supply first. These parts are not new. This motherboard and CPU combo, I got as a combo off eBay for like $36. Alright, well, you guys get the point. But this power supply came out of my computer, not my old one, my computer. And then the RAM came out of my parts computer. Excuse me. And the whatchamacallit, the motherboard came from eBay. Hard drive and RAM came out of a working computer in the basement, or a parts computer, I should say. Okay. Oh, I'm dropping everything today, guys. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna want this to stay here. Sorry guys, if my camera's kind of tippy, I got it on a Gorilla Pod on the back of the chair. That should be a lot better. So, excuse me. Sorry guys. Okay, I should have this set up properly. And I'm hoping it doesn't start a fire. Which it shouldn't. Alright, power supply is not cross-tightened. Oh well. Screw. Guys, building a computer is just like building Legos. If you guys have ever built Legos Mindstorm before, or something like that, it's exactly like that. Power supply's in. Now you take your 24 pin or 20 plus 4 pin, which some motherboards might have. Look for the notch on the side and plug it in to your motherboard. Now look for your 12 pin, or not your 12, your 4 pin for your CPU, and plug that in right. It's going to be right by your CPU cooler. So you have your CPU fan header right here. You have your 24 pin header, or 24 pin for motherboard power. You have your I/O connectors right about there. Then you have your case fan connector right about there. Now, and then you got your 4 pin right there. So now you have everything plugged in, right? Now you're going to come over here, get a SATA cable, which looks like this. My SATA 0 is broken, so I'm going to plug it into SATA 1, SATA 3, SATA 2, SATA 1. Okay. Oops, sorry. SATA 1 is right here. And you're going to have a little notch, so these can only go in one way. And line that notch up with the notch on your hard drive. But you might want to come over here, take your SATA cable on your power supply. That's a Molex. Take your SATA, same design, plug it in on your hard drive first. It's just because for me it's easier because the SATA power is lower. Okay, it should look like that. SATA cord. And plug it in. There you go, guys. You just built your first computer. This is what a lot of computers look like. And just take your access wires and just stick them in the driveway. It's not really a good place to put them, but in the driveway. And try to keep your wires out of the fans. Oh, that thing weighs like 20 pounds. That's what it looks like. Now, I have a GT730 with GDDR3 RAM, GDDR3. Now, I'm just going to come over here. This motherboard's not, or this case is not properly set up for this motherboard. I'm just coming over here and just inserting it into my PCI Express 16 slot. Graphics cards installed. So yeah, that's me building a computer. Now, it's not the fastest computer in the world, and yet again, it's not the slowest. I can watch 1080p video on YouTube, no problem. It's just going to be a little bit slowish. I don't, with this setup, I do not recommend running anything higher. I do not recommend running Windows 7 or higher. Like, I'm running Windows 7, which is probably a bit too hard on this. So that's me building a computer, and I'm gonna pause the video and go. I'll just take you guys with me. I'm gonna go hook it up right now. Hooking it up in the living room. Should be HDMI right here. Yeah, there's HDMI. Turn the light on quick. There we go. This is the power cord. So take my power cord, bring it over here. Plug in my Wi-Fi adapter. Okay, plug in. Is my thing recording? Yep, okay. Next is your HDMI, which is going to look a lot like this. Just line it up with what's on your computer and plug it into the slot. Now I gotta go get my keyboard. so when I turn it on, it's either going to be the reset button I press to turn it on, or the power button. Alright guys, power cord. It's going to look like this if you guys don't know. No, let's turn my TV on first. Where's the remote? Where's the remote? Remote, where are you? Oh, there it is. Alright, got the remote. On. I might need to go, I'm gonna have to go down and switch it. Oh!
And the winner is, yeah, that's it.
Change the input to game. Game. Okay. Now, moving the power cord, I'm gonna come in here. Okay, got it. Ooh. Oh. Okay, guys. Oh, I'm gonna have to take it down. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, guys. Ready? Okay. I switched the power and the reset button, and I think the power LED. But as long as it fires up and... Yes! I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Let's go. I did it. I did it. I actually did it. Like, I did this entire thing, but my dad helped me with the I/O because I didn't really know what I was doing. But I just guessed the I/O, and it works. The reset button does it, and it's booting from the hard drive. This is awesome, guys. I've seen people build computers before. I've seen YouTubers do it before. And the fact that I just built my own computer, that's... Whoa. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys want me to do more builds like this, just let me know, like computer builds, like tech builds, how to make headphones I'm thinking about doing. So yeah, I will see you guys. Bye. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like and comment on the channel.